Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is the next in the Blender 2.92 tutorial series of the 1905 Star Gordon Bennett race car. Now, what I want to do in this episode is create a simple tyre. So if we look at the reference images first. Okay, so we're trying to capture this shape. But put a simple tread in there for now. Later on I will do a more complex tyre, but this is for people that just want to create a tyre on their vehicles fairly quickly and easily. Anyway, so let's jump into it. I've done a template. As you can see, that's the template that I've already created, and I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll simply spin it around the rim and add a texture to it. So, excuse me, all we need to do is grab this and this, go into local view, so press the forward / key, which is under the question mark key next to shift. So press that, go into front view. Now, first off, we need to choose the wheel and choose a starting point. So tab into edit mode, scroll around, and we're going to grab these 4 vertices, okay, as a starting point. Press Shift and D to duplicate them, and press Enter to set, and then press P to separate the selection. So the selection's okay. As you can see, it's an orange colour. So if you tab into object mode, just click into that, tab again, and go into edit mode. So there we are. So go into front view, grab both of these and press GG and bring them down to about here. Okay, now we're going to trace out that line. So, while selecting them both, press E, bring them up to about here. So bring them up to about here. So E and Z. And then we'll make sure that we're in bounding box center up here. So click on this tab up here. Click into that, and then we can press S, X, and scale it out until it meets the template. Okay, so we'll extrude again, E and Z, and just move it up a little bit. As you can see, this line here is the right. So the next step is to tab out and make sure that we've got a modifier in. I'm not particularly too worried about the mirror at the moment, but make sure that we've got a subdivision surface in. Scroll down to 2, make it 2 in the levels viewport and 3 in the render. Okay, so we've got that now, and we've seen where we are in respect to this template. So tab back into it, S and X, and bring it out until it meets up with a line. If you're following along, let's just help you by, you can take a screenshot of that. Then if I tab into edit mode and select everything, you can take a screenshot of that. So you can see roughly where we are. Okay, so let's go back into our curve, tab into edit mode, and we need another one up here somewhere. So E and Z all the way up to here, and then S and X, and scale it out to there. To get that curve in, I need another loop cut in between here. So what I'm going to do is select is select these two first, press the right mouse button and choose subdivide, which puts a loop cut in. Do the same for the other side. Right mouse button, subdivide. Okay, now we'll select these two, press S and X and bring them out. Okay, so we're roughly on the line. Yeah, we're roughly on the line, so we can choose all of these and choose all of these, and then just press S and X. Just bring it out a little bit more. Until we match it with a template or as near as can be. So let's choose these two now and press E and Z. So move it up to about here, S and X, and bring it in. Okay, if you're doing this without a template, just try to get the curve looking something realistic. Anyway, so E and Z up to here and bring it across. So S and X. So we go S and X and bring it in. Okay, so we're somewhere near now. Now to get this we need, if I tab out and show you what I did previously. So we need 4 loop cuts here just to get this little shape. You can get away with 3 perhaps, but I've chosen 4. So tab out, go into this again. So the first, so E and Z, press up, then S and X, bring it in. E and Z, up again to about here. S and X and just bring it out slightly. This is not quite following the line, so let's pull these out. S and X, just pull it out. And then we want one more up here. So here we go. E and Z up. I think you're probably getting the idea now. S and X, scale it in. Then we need another one around here, so E and Z up, scale in, S and X. E and Z, bring it up to here, S and X, bring it in to there, and then S and X, sorry, E and Z, bring it up to here and bring these in. So S and X, bring them in, so about there, and let's just take them up a touch. So just move them up a touch. Then we're going to press F to join the two vertices. So if we tab out here, so this is what we've got. This was the original. This is what we got. So this needs to be a bit more pronounced. So I'm going to grab these 4. I'm going to press S and X. Just pull them out a little bit. Tab in again. Still a bit more. Yeah, still a bit more. So where are we? This one and this one. This one and this one. So press S and X, SX, and move them out a bit more. So that's looking a lot better and following the line roughly. I think we can take these in slightly, these two. So S and X, just take them in slightly. Okay, so we're there with that. So what we need to do now is we need one loop cut here, one loop cut there, there and there. So let's just check this against the template, and that's what I did. I put a few loop cuts, then right, I've got it. Okay, so we need to have a straight line here with 4 loop cuts, and then we bring it down to about here. Okay, let's get into that. So we need to subdivide this. Right, we need to subdivide this. I'm going to add in, for now, I'm going to add in 4 loop cuts. So scroll the mouse up till you got 4. Okay, grab these 2 and press S and X and just take them out. So we're grabbing that shape at the top, the curve at the top there. Okay, so Control and R and add in another loop cut there. So we'll go GG, and we'll slide that. Right, let's get it right. GG, and slide it across to about here. This one, GG, and bring that across to there. This one, GG, press it to there. Press Control and R in here and move that across. So GG, move that across to here. Okay, now we're going to grab these 4 and we're going to no, what we're going to do first is to Control and R and GG and put a loop cut in that's fairly close to the edge there. Same here. So GG, bring it across so it's fairly close. Same here. GG, across to it's fairly close here. And then similarly this one and bring it across to here. Now we're going to grab the 4 vertices here and we're going to drag them down. So you can see what's happening to our mesh. Okay. Now we need to add a loop cut in here. Ooh, what's happening there? Right, so press return. So press Control and R, add a loop cut in here, press GG and bring it up towards the top. Same here. GG and bring it up towards the top. So there we're getting more definition there. We need one down the bottom here. So GG and bring it down. And similarly here, GG and bring it down. Okay. So that's our template. So grab all these 4. So there's a template, just bring it across to about here. So if we tab out, we've got the rough line. So we need to bring these in a bit. So bring these in to here, press tab, not far away now. So bring these 2 in, press tab. That's near enough, I think, for this. Right, so we'll do the same on the other side. So press Control and R. Might as well do that. Select both of them, press GG, move them back up to the top here. Do the same here, Control and R. Go over the other side, press Control and R. Grab them both, press GG, and bring them down. And now we want 2 at the bottom here, so 1 here. So GG and bring it across to here. And then similarly here. GG and bring it across. Okay, so that's where we are. So we need to bring these across to match up with the template. So grab all of those, bring it across, see where it is. Still need to come over a bit more. That's roughly okay. Need to soften this a little bit. So bring these two in, GG, press, sorry, S and X, and just bring them in a tad. Now we need to bring these across, all of these, bring them across to about here. Press tab to see where we are. So it's not looking too bad. The other side hasn't got these, so I'm going to take these out. So press X and dissolve vertices. Now that's immediately looking a bit better. Okay, so grab these again and bring them across a little bit. Grab these two and bring those across a bit. There we are. And that's our template that we're going to use. Okay, so I'll tab into this, and we don't need the template anymore, so I'm going to X and delete it. So this is what we've got. So we go into side view, and I want to spin it around, the wheel. So first off, we need to make sure that the cursor is in the center of this. So to do that, click that, tab into edit mode, select the whole lot and press Shift S, cursor to selected. Okay, get out of that, choose what you want to spin, and then make sure that that is in the middle. So let's move it across. So G and Y, GY, move it to about here, which is the middle. I'll just have a look to make sure that it's sitting. Yep, it's sitting okay. So go into side view. Some strange reason that's not center. So 7. Yeah, I'm a bit off there. So go into side view. Press G and Y, GY, and just move it to what looks like the middle. If you press the B key, you can use this as a guide. So we're about there. Okay, so tab into edit mode, select everything, and what we're going to do now is the spin tool. So on 2.92 and other versions, you've got this little spin tool here. Click on the spin tool. Okay, click on this little arrow, which brings up thing. Now we want quite a lot of steps on here, so press 60. Make sure that it goes around 360 degrees, and if we look at it, we need to revolve the wheel around the x-axis, which is this axis, yeah? Okay, so that needs to be increased up to 1, and then this needs to be 0. So go into side view, tab into edit, into object mode, and check around, and there's your tyre. Okay, now the last thing to do is to add some texture to it. Now I think I've already got it in. I think I've already got rubber in there, which I have, but I'll show you what to do. So you go into Blender Kit, which is, if you haven't got it, just go into edit mode, preferences, and look for Blender Kit, which will bring it up here. So you've got a little box here. You've got a little I here, which then you type in rubber in here and press enter, and that should, it says it's searching, and there it is. And the one I used is this one called black rubber. Okay, so once you've got black rubber in, so let's assign it. So if I go here to assign it, choose it, black rubber. Okay, now what I did to check it, you can click on this button here, which is viewport shading. So you go into that, press viewport shading, and wait a while it recalculates. Taking a little while there. So the basic black rubber, I wasn't happy enough with the actual shade, so I just changed some of the settings to make it better for me. And this is taking rather long. But what we were saying about the tyres and creating the tyres, if you want to create a simple tyre for any vehicle, you can do it that way. I will show you in a later video how to do it another way. But there we are. This is what I've come up with. And to achieve that, I moved the base colour lower. I then I put a bit more blue in. I mean, I think originally it was around here, so I just moved it across to here. And then, where's the other one? And then the emission, make sure that is down to the bottom, and that's how I got the shading. When I do a more complex tyre, I will add some roughness to the treads so you can see what the effect is of roughness. I'll also put some lettering around, but I think that's, for a simple model and to get to this stage, I think that's good enough. So there you go, that's my method of creating simple tyres. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.